What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the lab with another quest build. If you can't find your jump shot like myself, you might want to get back in the builder and cook up a big man hatch. So that's exactly what I've done. Season 2, the shooting on NBA 2K24 is absolutely bananas. So I want to get back in the builder and create a big man that can do a lot more than just knock down jump shots. You can still impact the game in a plethora of different ways. There's more to basketball than just shooting, so if you can't find your jump shot, get on a build that can do work in other areas. This thing is going to be a pass first big. That is the name. It has kind of shades of like Bill Walton, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jokic, and a little Victor Wembanyama. But this thing is going to be an athletic freak with titanium bullets, and it could be the key cog of an offense like the Denver Nuggets play through Jokic. You know, this thing can make all the right plays, but it doesn't need the ball in its hands to make an impact, even though you'd be doing this build a disservice by not making it kind of one of the key cogs within an offense or the number one option to create plays. It doesn't need to be a point center, but it should touch the pill, and if you're playing solo dolo, you can pass the pill around to your teammates, build that trust, and then, you know, collect assists, grab rebounds, play off ball, and then score inside when you get it. It does have a midi as well. You know what, let's just jump right in. You're going to be a center, 7'3" max height, 230 pounds, which is minimum weight, and then an 8'1" wingspan, which is a max wing. So follow along to a T to get this pass first big name with these specs, but then tinker at your own discretion in your builder. It's at the end of the day, it's your build. You can do whatever you want, but this thing could be absolutely gruesome in the right hands. Those looking to make an impact and just play good team, homegrown, oriented basketball. But we're going to get our close shot to a 60. We're just going to run through these specs real quick. We're going to get our driving layup to a 72. I'm also going to go over some of the name threshes. We're going to get our driving dunk to a 75. That's going to unlock some nice dunk packages. We're going to get our standing dunk to a 92. And then our post control to an 85. And then shooting, we're going to get our mid-range to a 77. If you go to a 78, I believe it changes the name to a diming mid-range threat, which is very hot, one of my favorite kind of names in the game, but it's a little bit generic for my taste. We're gonna not put anything on 3-ball, but we're gonna get our free throw to a 71. We want those free points on bronze, so this thing has a nice mid-range jump shot. Then our pass, actually, we're gonna get this to a 96. I was playing around with some of the other blueprint variations and initially going all the way up to 98 to get that Hall of Fame needle threader. But the speed of the passing, like the titanium bullets, doesn't really see a huge difference from 96 to 98. And if you go Hall of Fame needles, you might think that you can basically make every pass on the wood. So we're going to drop that down to 96 and be able to allocate a little bit elsewhere. You still get the Hall of Fame dimer and all the other passing Hall of Fame badges. It's going to max out our ball handle, and then we're going to max out our speed with ball to a 44, just because we do want to be able to kind of move around with the pill if we do get it in transition or in the front court. And then interior defense, we're going to get this to a 74. Want that bronze anchor. We're going to max out our perimeter defense, max out our stealies. It's going to give us that bronze interceptor. Get our block to a 77. You're going to be 7'3" with a max wing. You're going to be able to get some blocks by default. Then we're going to get our offense rebound to a 92. It's going to give us that gold Reebs. Going to leave our defense rebounds to a 77. If you go up to a 78, it'll change the name to break starter, I do believe. But then we're going to max out our speed, max out our acceleration, get our strength to a 72. It gets to a 73, but that doesn't do anything. Max out our vert, and then put the rest on stamina to a 97. Alright, so let's give this build a once over. The elite traits on this build are obviously pass accuracy, standing dunk, and offensive rebound. But at 7'3", the max wing and minimum weight gives you a 75 vertical. With max wing, you're going to be able to grab rebounds, get your hands up in the air. That's the Wembanyama in this build when you're guarding perimeter players with the 63 perimeter defense. You're going to be kind of just a freak Cloverfield type build that is going to be longer and more athletic than anyone else at the position. But the main thing on this build, like I said, is pass accuracy. This thing, when it gets the pill, you can just make the right play. You can just dot up your teammates. This build can be lethal in the front court making plays, or off the rebound, you can have that Hall of Fame break starter just dotting up, you know, your leaking teammates, because that's just part of the 2K cheese. You know, perimeter players just automatically, when the shot goes up, run to the other end. This build can absolutely hit them in stride, like Trevor Lawrence on the Jacksonville Jaguars. and just create plays, you know, off the glass, or you can get the ball, bring it up the court. It's not necessarily supposed to be a point center, so it doesn't need the ball in its hands, but when you do get the pill, then you can make plays for any teammate in any situation. Now, you don't have a 3-ball on this build, so defensive bigs might play off of you, so you can kind of just, you know, whisper inside the arc a little bit, find that little mid-range jump shot, learn your jumper, and then hopefully you can kind of knock down one midi from outside, and then that'll pull that big out and make you respect you. But when you do get the ball, just because someone's not guarding you, you're going to be able to make plays for other people. The passing on this build is going to allow you to still make an impact, and your teammates are going to see the name pass first big. So that means you shouldn't be looking to score necessarily anyway by default. You're going to be trying to get them opportunities, so your teammates will trust you, give you the ball, even if you have a big man sagging off of you. But let's not forget about the post game on this build. The 85 post control gives you gold drop stepper, gold postman technician, and then silver unpluckable, so you're going to be able to kind of maneuver, and when you could just back your man down. In the 92 standing dunk, you get the gold fast twitch, gold rise up, big man contact dunks, and again, you're physically a freak of nature that is going to be kind of rare going max height and being this kind of freakish. But I kind of want to drive home the play style on this build. Obviously, the pass accuracy, you can get that to a 98 and get those Hall of Fame needles, but you're looking to just play good homegrown basketball, championship caliber level, play good solid defense, score when given the opportunity, but you're looking to make an impact for others, not necessarily yourself. And you're going to end up with one of the rarest names in the game that your teammate should trust, the 7'3" pass first big. Some other names in this tree: break starter, diming mid-range threat, two-way diming big. This thing can absolutely eat on the interior. You can tinker the specs, get a different name if you don't care about the RBC community, but this thing with the pass accuracy, with the athleticism, with the way 2K24 is kind of just in flux with shooting, and the community is in shambles, this build could be what salvages your fun on 2K24. Let me know what you guys think of this blueprint. What do y'all think of the shooting, and how is 2K24 for you up until this point, starting season 2? I'm going to try to get that motivation to get back in the builder and keep making builds for the community. But, you know, with 2K24, you know, how things are playing out, it's been a struggle. Let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling about this and everything that's going on. You know what time it is. Quest Sparrow.